Sure. Here's a narrative in English about the dangers of UV radiation. The dangers of UV radiation. A growing concern. In recent years, the dangers of ultraviolet UV radiation have become a growing concern for public health worldwide. While UV rays are a natural part of sunlight, their potential to cause harm is often underestimated. Every day, we are exposed to UV radiation from the sun, but prolonged and unprotected exposure can lead to serious health issues, some of which may not become apparent until years later. UV radiation is classified into three types: UVA, UVB, and UVC. UVA rays have the longest wavelength and can penetrate deep into the skin, contributing to premature aging, wrinkles, and skin damage. UVB rays are shorter in wavelength and primarily responsible for sunburns, but they can also cause more severe skin damage, such as DNA mutations that may lead to skin cancer. UVC rays, though the most dangerous, are almost entirely absorbed by the Earth's atmosphere and do not typically reach the surface. The most immediate and visible effect of UV exposure, sunburn. Sunburn occurs when the skin is damaged by UVB rays, causing redness, pain, and sometimes blisters. However, repeated sunburns increase the risk of developing skin cancer later in life. Skin cancer, especially melanoma, is one of the most common and deadliest forms of cancer, and its incidence has been steadily rising in many parts of the world. In addition to skin cancer, long-term exposure to UV rays can also damage the eyes. Prolonged exposure to UV radiation without protection can lead to cataracts, a clouding of the eye lens that affects vision. UV radiation is also a contributing factor to macular degeneration, a condition that leads to vision loss in older adults. Children, who spend more time outdoors and have more sensitive skin, are particularly vulnerable to the harmful effects of UV radiation. Early exposure to UV rays can increase the likelihood of developing skin problems later in life, including skin cancer. It is crucial, therefore, for parents to educate their children about the importance of sun safety and to ensure they are protected when playing outside. Protecting oneself from UV radiation is simple but essential. Wearing sunscreen with a broad-spectrum SPF of at least 30, reapplying it regularly, and wearing protective clothing, sunglasses, and hats can significantly reduce the risk of UV damage. Seeking shade during peak sunlight hours, usually between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m., and avoiding tanning beds are also important steps in minimizing exposure. In conclusion, while sunlight is essential for our well-being, it is important to understand and respect the dangers of UV radiation. By taking proper precautions, we can enjoy the outdoors safely and minimize the long-term health risks associated with excessive UV exposure.